Alrighty, let me see if I can get this thing working right. I'm having a few issues on my end. I've been fighting it for about half an hour. Actually, a little longer than that. Some housekeeping out of the way. Alright, we got at least chat sort of works. I'm completely incompetent, but at least I can get some things to work. I know, I should be proud of that. What is this? Oh. We'll save that for later. Let's see. Well, anyways, sorry about this. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the stream. Sorry, I'm a little off tonight. Still having a few hiccups on my end, but one of these days I'll get used to this, or at least learn how to do it right. Probably be 60, and YouTube will probably be gone by that point. I'm as outdated as they come. Alrighty. Well, before we get to any real fun or anything, as much as I want to get into fun of some of the articles, let's see. If I can get this pop up. There's something that's kind of aggravating me right now. It's aggravating me because the priorities of the people that put out the articles. So we'll start here. Unfortunately, this is on Fox, but it's even worse on others. They really don't seem to care because there's more important things to them. But you have where we got the flooding over in eastern Kentucky. If you have the ability, please consider donating. Red Cross and others are over there, whichever one you feel comfortable with. If you're able to, they got hit hard. And I could go over the article, but I mean, you got some set up to GoFundMe. I wouldn't trust them as far as I could throw them. Unfortunately, they're at the point of this article, they said it was unfortunately 16 people have been lost so far, and a number of them have been, I believe it was like there was some, let's see, 4 young cousins. I believe there was like 6 kids that were getting this. So I just want to get that out of the way. It's kind of a sad thing to go over, but the reason it aggravates me is not because the article itself, okay? It's because of where it's placed. Everything else, you look at this, for some reason, all this other stuff means more to them than people actually dying. It's disgusting. And this morning it was even worse. Instead of this stuff that you have up here, which, quite frankly, like, who cares about the lady flipping off others at the baseball game? I don't care. It doesn't mean anything to me. But this morning they found it more important to do articles on to do an article on Will Smith's apology. I couldn't care less about Will Smith. Nothing against the guy. It's just that's what you find important. You find it more important to focus on Will Smith's apology than people dying. It kind of reminded me of back in 2010, um, back with the flood here in Nashville. Um, got devastated. I mean, I, I was in a hospital at the time, over at Vanderbilt, and I was watching on the news as there was a house, basically. It was one of those portable units for schools. It was going down I-24. It was being carried away with water down I-24. I mean, the hospital I was in, the basement flooded. I mean, there was alarms going off all that night. It was just everything, just total devastation. And it took well over a week before any news outlet even deemed that it was worthy talking about. They didn't care about that. I understand that they were more worried about the Deepwater Horizon incident, which, yes, that was a terrible tragedy for those that had that passed on that. But they weren't focused on the people that passed. They're worried about the environmental impact. Well, all right, you're worried about that, but you couldn't be bothered to even bring up maybe maybe a little help for people stuck here. But no, they didn't care. And by the time that they actually did, by the time anybody even pointed out, I believe it was Trace Adkins had to tear in the Anderson Cooper live on air. I watched it for completely ignoring what was going on in Nashville. You know, but I don't want to drag on too much into this. Like I said, if you have the ability to help them out, please consider doing so. Whatever method that you feel you're comfortable with. They're talking about it could be a lot more that unfortunately will be caught in this, and there's potential. They're talking upwards of 30 people could have passed in this, and just. But I'm sorry to start on a downer. I really am. But hopefully we'll find something at least funny along the way, or at least interesting. So let's get away from that. Trying to pull it up if it will. In the meantime, if anybody is out there, how you doing? How you been? I know I'm not completely in the swing of things, but you know, let's see if I can pull it up. Come on, please load. Now, I guess this kind of qualifies for video games and stuff. Disturbing. It really is. Let's see. This is a different article than the one I originally intended on, but anyways, let's see if I can get the kick in. This is on Bounding in the Comics. You got an article. This one's written by Nerdigan Think. I think. I'm sorry. I'm terrible with names. Oh, but there we go. Really terrible with names. Like a horrible person, but there's nothing I can do. I've never been given names unless somebody actually talks to me and tells me their name. I really don't do well. I mean, one of my friends was a coworker of mine for 3 months. I started calling him old man because I couldn't remember his name. So took 3 months to remember his name. So it wasn't so much pronunciation on his part, but on this one it really is. But you have interview. Japanese video game developer discusses rise of lolly censorship in anime and video games. I'll think of a definition because that seems really, really creepy. Recently there's been a drastic increase in outrage against lolly and lolly style artwork and characters. I wonder why. Oh God, that is creepy. Okay, I mean, whatever, but unable to separate the concept of young females drawn with baby-like big eyes, a chubby face, and small build from the real world. Well, I definitely can separate from the real world. You're not going to find somebody that looks like that. I'm sorry. It just doesn't work. I mean, face it. The head's so large, the neck would have to be about as wide as her elbow to hold up the head. Okay? But anyways, falsely accused of promoting spicy violence against real-world minors. Really? You're going on that, and yet you're the people that still support Disney? I mean, have you seen the people that have been charged with Disney? Believing themselves to be performing a societal good, the vocal condemnation campaigns undertaken by opponents have resulted in such outcomes as Japanese... Okay, I can't pronounce that, sorry. Being harassed, Patreon, blanket purging any art slightly fitting the style standard, and a player being banned from a fighting game tournament for liking the genre's numerous lolly characters. That's just creepy. That I'm not gonna say it's not creepy. I really can't. But to each their own. But it's just kind of creepy to me. I mean, it's a screwed up small child. It just. But if you're going to go after this, which I'm sure I mean, have they ever looked at the laws over in Japan? That is not a. You do something like that where you harm a child over there, you don't get to come home ever. They take that extremely seriously, and thank heavens they do. But we're going to get away from that. I looked at that one. It's kind of creepy to me, and but put whatever you want out there, as long as you're not breaking laws. It's fine. I don't care. It's not for me. It's definitely not for me. It kind of creeps me out, but whatever makes people happy. Okay, as long as it's not harming anyone. Let's see. Let's switch over to something different. Kind of hoping my partner in crime shows up one of these days. But probably busy. Let's see. No. We don't want that article. That has too many ads. No, thank you. Even with my ad blocker, it still has ads. You know what? It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I heard a little bit about this next thing I'm going to pull up. And I don't. Let's see. I probably don't like that website for it, but. But you have to do what I have to do. You. Oh, well, the hell with that website. Sorry. Alright. I hope this kicks in. I am so sorry. Having some issues getting it to switch over on me. Please switch over. I appreciate it. Anyways, if anybody's there, how you doing? I'm slowly slipping into madness as I try to get things to work.
Filling in for Nars, and in today's gaming news.
Go away. No one wants you. That is. Why did I have an IGN pop up? I really don't. Alright, well, I guess we're stuck with this, even though I don't like this one. Okay, now this is on, unfortunately, Kotaku, which anything from them, take it with a, well, let's just say I'm not particularly a fan of them. But, we have who wrote this? Ethan Jack, I guess? Sorry. Well, you're Kotaku. I don't care as much. You're the people that attacked anybody that had nerve enough to say, we would like a playable game whenever Cyberpunk came out and nobody could play it. And you decided to attack them because you were able to play it and they weren't. Poor peasants couldn't play it. Alright. Rockstar's Grand Theft Auto 6 is one of the most anticipated games ever, despite the hype. The studio has been incredibly tight-lipped for almost a decade now, But a new report by Bloomberg offers big new details, including that the game will feature the series' first ever playable woman protagonist. Have they played any of the previous ones? Did they play 5 at all? Okay. Or any of them at all? I mean, do you realize how many mods are out there where you can change things up already? And mods turn out better story than the original, which is saying something. According to Bloomberg, GTA 6 will star a pair of characters loosely inspired by the famous robber duo Bonnie and Clyde. Oh, good heavens. Can it end like it did with Bonnie and Clyde? A couple hundred bullet holes in them? The female character will be Latina, and the game's story will take place in a fictional version of Miami, Florida, and its surrounding areas. Rockstar declined to comment. So basically, Vice City. The last Grand Theft Auto, GTA 5, came out back in 2013. Yeah, everybody knows that. Because they just keep re-releasing on the new stuff. Why not? It's already been through 2 extra console generations. Development in some shape or form since 2014, but that progress was slower than originally expected due to a range of factors, including a new commitment to more sustainable work schedules and some key high-level departures. Dan Houser, creative director on many previous games, left in 2019. As a result, the game is now planned to come out sometime before March 2024. You're giving all the stuff like that. Let's get to the more and why this is important. Why this article matters. Bloomberg reports that in addition to trying to improve working conditions internally, the studio is also trying to be more culturally sensitive, especially since American culture has become, as the article puts it, a parody of itself in modern times. GTA games parodies of American culture dialed up to 11 have been criticized in the past for their treatment of women and offensive jokes. Screw you. I'm tired. Don't pander to these worthless turds that want to complain, oh, I'm offended by this. If somebody comes out and says it's a beautiful day out, and somebody doesn't like it because it's 2 degrees warmer or 2 degrees colder than what they would prefer, and they say, I'm offended, you just flip them the bird and walk off. Stop pandering to them. If it's a joke that targets marginalized... Did you play Grand Theft Auto 3? Did you play San Andreas at all? A playable female lead is apparently part of trying to address that. I don't care about adding that. I really don't. Whatever you want to do. For now, though, it's worth noting that we may already be seeing some of the changes that come with a kinder culture. The next-gen port of GTA 5 had some really... Oh, yeah. Let's see. You accidentally run over the person over at the strip club because you're running from police, or your car gets slammed by somebody else and you run over them. You instantly get 2 stars. You weren't aiming for them, but that happens. You instantly get 2 stars. You run over a regular person? Nope, 1 star. Bloomberg also notes that police-centric mode called Cops and Crooks, first reported by Kotaku, apparently ceased development due to... this is why. Look, I'm going to make it real simple. If you're going to go through and neuter GTA, then why are you doing it? Basically, everybody's burnt out on GTA 5 unless they're doing role play, and I mean, you got some of those that are obsessed with, oh, well, I want to get the new car, I want to get this, I want to get that. But most people, they just tuned out. And considering you got Saints Row coming up, or unless it's already out, I don't remember. It, I'm sorry, I just don't care. I don't care if they want to what they want to do. I can honestly say unless it hits Game Pass or something where I can play it free, I don't think I'm going to go for getting. And not because of what they're adding to it or changing or anything like that. I just don't care. Their focus isn't on, hey, let's make it more fun. Their focus is on, well, we got to not offend somebody. Really? From its conception, it has been an offensive game. It has offended people since Grand Theft Auto first came out. You had the Pearl Clutchers back in the 90s. You had, I still remember on the original Vice City, right after 9/11, what they did was they clipped the wings on all the planes you could fly. You could still fly the planes if you had the patience, but they clipped the wings on the little Cessnas and stuff, and it's just, well, you clip the wings on that, but you leave in a code to make a tank fly. Oh yeah, no, that's good job there. See if I can finally get this thing to load. I was trying to load the there was a article on the on a aliens game, Dark Descent. That was it. Yeah, you get the. See if I have. Sorry, I'm a little off tonight. No, we don't. Yeah, they're adding new few. Had a few announcements from Comic Con on some comics and some aliens comics and novel. Let's see if I can. It was supposed to have news and updates. Come on. Really? You're supposed to, but you didn't. Aliens. Nothing. They didn't even post it from Comic Con. What they did on. No, this stream is going haywire on me. I'm so sorry, but you know, I screw up a lot. You won't do that. We might as well go see because I think they had released just a little bit more information on Colonial Marines on the not Colonial Marines, but Fireteam Elite. Alright, well, this is from yesterday, so hope somebody gets something out of this. MMOs.com, apparently. Mars again? No, I'm sorry, dude. Anyways, Season 4 is now live in Aliens Fireteam Elite, bringing new game mode and new progression system and crossplay support on all available platforms. The new game mode, unimaginatively called Restock Turrets, will have you doing just that as you defend your position against oncoming hordes of hostile aliens. Latest season also introduces the new prestige progression system that adds new prestige ranks that automatically unlock when you reach level 20. All experience points earned after hitting the max level will go towards advancing your prestige rank from 1 all the way to up to 100 for bragging rights and exclusive rewards such as new nameplates, outfits, head accessories, decals, gun colors, and emotes. Old challenge cards earned from the campaign can now also be recycled using the fabrication reprocessor to create new ones. Free challenge cards can be re-rolled to get a brand new card that's guaranteed to be different from the ones that you put in. Players can also look forward to challenge cards being implemented in other game modes in the future, including the new Restock Turret mode. Season 4 marks the end of Cold Iron Studios' Year 1 development roadmap for the co-op shooter. With the season now live, the team has shifted their focus to putting finishing touches on the upcoming Pathogen DLC, which is set to launch August 30th. You got turrets to babysit and new ranks to work towards. I mean, I enjoy Fireteam Elite and I'm really looking forward to the Pathogen update, the Pathogen DLC, just because you play the same maps over and over again at this point, and I mean it's fine and all, but it gets tiresome. I mean, the big thing is new content like this, but I understand that it takes a while with the developers to make it, because they do high quality work on it. Let's see, the multiplayer shooter's first expansion, Pathogen. Pathogen is a paid DLC that will include 3 new story missions set in the planet LV-895, as well as new weapons and perks. The expansion will also introduce the new hardcore mode with up to 50 levels of difficulty and permadeath mechanics. The game mode will arrive as a free update along with a whole host of new rewards and unlockable items. You know, okay. I figured I'd just read over their description of what it is. Sure, anybody will look it up. See if I can find that funny article from earlier. There was something that. Here. Now that I'm finally getting things to shift over. yet. Alright, well, we'll just have to try this one real quick. Because there was a. No, wait, shoot. Oof. May not want to go to that one. Yeah. Just say this old woman completely ended. Somebody broke into her house, so I can't really go into that one. But oof. Hit 16 times. Wow. Okay. Maybe Donut Operator will cover that one. Let's see. Screw it. We'll just go into. We'll skip that. And, look at the dumpster fire that has become Amazon's Rings of Power thanks to their trailer. Let's see. And there's missing elves. Or Caliborn. Four missing elves. Just dead or something. There's it's really. Yeah. What the articles from Amazon and they're bought and paid for. I want something a little different, but that's me. Fine. Another. Excuse me a moment. Sounds like everything's going to hell in the other room. Well, alright. Away with you, ad. Close that. Don't want anything to do with that. Go away and pop up. Okay. Now, let's see if this... Oh, howdy. Is that you, Blue? No. Sorry, I'm having a hard time reading at a distance. But, how's it going? Sorry, my phone's dead and I'm having to read off a small monitor in a distance. I'm using the TV like an idiot. To my smaller TV to read chat. Claire Wolf. Well, I'll be. Howdy, Blue. You know, Blue, it's going to take me forever to get used to things. But at least you're here, so we can go over some amusing things, and I can figure out what in the hell I'm doing in this world. I've been kind of floundering here because I've had some technical difficulties. Half the sites either wanting to pop up things I don't want, or it just isn't loading. But I'm glad you're here. Let's see. And unfortunately, you get here just in time for an article from the... Oh, no. No. Name's just fine. I'm just so used to calling you Blue, you know that, but I can call you Claire. Does not bother me one way or the other. I mean, I go by the Beast of Carabin, I'll come here, or I go by George Valentine on Twitch. So, name does not bother me at all. And we're going to leave out a few other names that I've used, that I've had to use. Let's see. But you're just in time for a New York Post article, and I want to ask you if this is something that kind of creeps me out, the way it's written. Not the article itself, but what this discusses. And maybe it won't creep you out as much as it does me. And maybe you can explain why I'm confused now. Holy crap, Blue. Well, now I gotta... Hey! Is the chat actually popping up on the screen now? Because I'm not used to it popping up on the thing. I'm sorry. I am absolute shit at this. Well, I'm shit at everything. But what? Love you too, Blue. Been with me for, well, let's see. I started streaming on Twitch 8 years ago. And if I remember correctly, you joined when I started playing Ark. And I started playing Ark when it was gifted to me about the time that it came out. And I had not been streaming for maybe a month before started streaming Ark. But I wouldn't be here without you, that's for sure. But let's get into the article and see if you can at least have a few laughs with me. All right. This is on New York Post. This was done 29th at 1:13 by Frank Chung, I guess. Forgive me. Crap of things. New Star Wars book suggests Obi-Wan Kenobi is bisexual. Star Wars fans have been sent into a frenzy speculating the latest addition to the. You know what? No. Nate, I can't think of a single Star Wars fan that cared who Obi-Wan boinked. Okay? I mean, it just doesn't matter to them. Star Wars fans don't question that sort of stuff because it's not important. But apparently it is to some people. This person, the young adult. Alright. Yeah. Alright, you have muscle character played by Sir Alec Guinness in the original films, and Ewan McGregor in both prequel trilogy and Disney Destruction of era miniseries. Is featured in a new spin-off novel, Padawan, the latest addition to Disney canon. Now, note, this is actually considered their canon now. Oh. Well, I'm not going to forget. I'm not going to forget calling you Claire Wolf now. Either way works for me. Yeah, wait till you see what happens here. Should have chose Alec Guinness. That man had incredible talent, and I wish I could remember the name of the movie, but he played 11 roles at the same time in one movie. I mean, Alec Guinness was absolutely awesome. Anyways, but yeah, this counts as canon now from Disney. The young adult novel written by Kirsten White. All right, Blue. Revolves around a teen Obi-Wan attempting to prove himself while apprenticing under Jedi Master Qui-Gon Jinn, played by Liam Neeson in the films. Yeah, and skewered and fell over dead from something that apparently Reva, the bestest Inquisitor ever, could get stabbed as a kid, get completely run through, and then once again get run through as an adult and still live happily ever after. In the chest, we're less likely to live, and we're not going to go into the science of that one because it is funny what happens whenever you shove something that is hotter than the surface of the sun into a body. It kind of pops like a meat balloon. Social media users quickly highlighted one passage that appears to show Jedi in training questioning his sexuality, with many concluding it confirms he is bisexual. In the passage, Obi-Wan is being quizzed by another male teenager, Kasul, about romantic relationships. Actually, this is, screw it. I'm going to get to the book part. This is written like a very, very bad fan fiction for a groomer. Okay, that's what this turns out to be. It is really awful how they've. Let's see, is it this page? Alright. Yeah. Oh, I know. Obi-Wan smiled at the warning, touched that Kasul didn't want Obi-Wan getting his hopes up. I can't form attachments like that anyway. Couldn't he? Though if he didn't go back. Was that something he would even want? It had always been so forbidden. Even thinking about it was like holding his hand right next to a lightsaber blade. He knew some of his friends had dabbled in physical relationships. Suspected Siri would have been open to it had he ever wanted to, but it had always seemed like an obstacle, not a temptation. And besides, Obi-Wan said, rushing to change the subject for himself. More than anyone, I would never want to be in a relationship with a leader too close to politicians or royalty. I'm sure if I ever fell in love, it would be with someone calm, peaceful, easy to get along with, and apparently this person completely ignored the Clone Wars. Uh, so you want someone who doesn't challenge you. Obi-Wan laughed and shrugged. I don't know what I want, if we're being honest. Cthulhu mirrored his shrug. Not many choices around here. I don't think love is in my future either. And I'm fine with that, as long as I have the power to keep my family safe. That's enough for me, though I will admit I've been curious about kissing and why I can't pronounce it, or that. Enjoy it so much. So if you're ever curious too, let me know. Oh, I'm blushed. I will let you know. I mean, not that I will do that right now with you or anyone would. What the hell is this? What in the hell? I mean, really? They just can't leave things alone. Yes, but no. This is what Disney considers canon now. This is canonical. They have defecated on everything else. Why not defecate on that? Yes, but this is a person that writes young adult novels, hoping you're grooming. You're a bloody groomer. It's creepy. Because they say they're aiming it for young adult, but I looked up the age group and oh, those people kind of scare me for two reasons. One, I don't know the obsession with Behind a Little Pony is one, and two, those people are hyper aggressive. For some reason, most of them turn out to be it's like Hell's Angels. Okay, for some God knows reason, the Hell's Angels seem to like My Little Pony. Teach their own, man. I'm staying away from that. And the same with this book. Write what you want. But if you look at the age range they're looking for. If you look where it was marketed for, it was ages 7 and up. That was where it was marketed for. 7 and up. It's creepy. But yeah, bronies scare me. They scare the ever living hell out of me. I mean, not as much as say Taylor Swift fans, because those people are psychotic. I mean, we just had one go to prison here in Nashville, here in Tennessee. I know, it's creepy. And good Lord. That's the age range they put on it. It's just, it's wrong. Ugh. Oh, and then they get upset whenever you get some. Then they, and here's my personal, they are getting upset whenever somebody calls a person who is creeping out on a child, who is trying to groom them, a groomer. How to get rid of house net. Let's see. 1 second. They've been really awful this year anyways. I mean, they were really awful last year. For some reason, the past few years, they've just been, no matter how much you clean and everything, they just keep showing up. So, here we go. Screw it. It's something to do. If you notice gnats around your kitchen sink or bathtub, pour a cup of diluted bleach down the drain to kill the gnats. Be sure to pour the cup of bleach down each drain or garbage disposal very slowly until there are no more gnats in your line of sight. Of course, that comes from this old house. Small emphasis. Deal with before. That's before. I guess it's an Arizona thing. No. Gnats are everywhere. How do you get rid of gnats in the house? Lure and kill gnats with a mixture of apple cider vinegar, water, sugar, and dish soap. Alternatively, achieve the same results simply by combining red wine and dish soap. Pour diluted bleach down the sink or tub drain if you find gnats hovering near plumbing fixtures. I don't know if that helps any. And that was from Bob Vila. But yeah, most are saying bleach. Bleach down the drains, some diluted bleach down all your drains, and that should get rid of your gnat issue, according to this. Something else in the meantime, if I can find it, just you get some of the Raid fly tapes that you hang up. Have that for the stragglers after you do the bleach or whatever you're going to do. It'll catch the stragglers on it, and you can be rid of them. And it's fairly inexpensive for them. You got the lures here and stuff like that. But they're in all over. I understand. You do have the lures, like they say, that you could do that. But the big thing is you're going to have to go after their source of breeding ground, which would be the drains. And then the leftovers, which would be all the others, you kind of hang up the fly tape and they're aggravating bugs, but I don't know, maybe that'll help. I hope. I hope it helps. Let's see. Don't trust the cat not to get in the trap. Oh no! The fly tape, the fly ribbon. You hang it from your ceiling where the cat can't jump at it. And it has to be high enough up that it will. You won't run into it, but you put it in a place where the cat can't get to it. And even if the cat does get to it, it may lose a little fur, but it's not going to permanently damage them unless your cat decides to go billy goat and try to eat the thing and then get wrapped in it, in which case it may lose more fur. But it will be, but you can get it off of it rather easy, and you'll have to give it a bath afterwards. But generally speaking, you want to avoid putting it in a place where the cat can hit it, but you know, that would be one way to get rid of the little flying buggies. But yeah, clean out your drains, and then all the drains in your house where they're breeding in, and then kind of fly tape left over. And if you got a spray bottle of, if you got an empty spray bottle, you can probably put some dish soap and water in it. Shake that really good, get it all soapy water, spray down the little buggies. You have low ceilings? Well, if you can't hang the tape, you you do have the you had the, let me pull this back up if I can. It's an interesting stream. You do have this. These little lures and stuff. You don't have to worry about the cat getting stuck in it. It's made of plastic. They'll get rid of the. You can use it to get rid of the. Good heavens, those people are nuts. But yeah, these little traps will get they'll fly in and they'll eat stuff and croak. They're attracted. Cats attracted to sweets and fruits, fly around people and pets. Fruit flies, of course, on rotting fruits, vegetables, garbage, drains, stuff like that. Drain flies. Luckily, I haven't seen any of those. Got black flies. Don't get those. I mean, well, I don't. But yeah. 4 lures last up to 120 days. Just add water. Stops fruit flies from multiplying. You have that one. You have, but supposedly these are able to catch and get rid of all the above. So maybe that'll help you. I hope. But yeah, gnats have been really bad all over the place, and it isn't just here in Tennessee or there in Arizona. I mean, I've been talking all over the place to different people that have got it bad. Work with the buy to refill it. You can use apple cider vinegar or orange juice with a drop or two of dish detergent. Don't fill it too full. Huh. But anyways, I hope it helps some. Let's see. Oopsie. I'm going to have to find a way to. Alright, let's see, what are we going to look up? Is there any movies or games or anything you want to look up? Make fun of people on Twitter? Maybe? Oh, here's something for you. Well, it's something for some people. Maybe not for me. Ben Affleck returns as Batman in Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. Yeah. Basically, they cut out the Amber Turd, which makes everything better. I mean, she may still be in there, but nobody cares. Nobody wants her. This is by J.B. Augustine over at Bounty Comics. DC publisher Jim Lee may have denied there are any plans to do more with the Snyderverse on the film side, but it seems Warner Brothers is not ready to let go yet. At least not when it comes to Ben Affleck. It's being reported the actor dons a cowl for one more shot outside the Flash in Aquaman 2. The big problem with that is Ezra Miller. That got creepy. Just ugh. Aquaman stars Jason Momoa confirmed in an Instagram post that he and Affleck are reuniting on the Seven Seas this March, and they also interrupted a WB studio tour in progress. Reunited Bruce and Arthur, who love you and miss you, been WB studio tour just explored the backlot, alright. Busted on set, all great things coming Aquaman 2, all my aloha, Jay Momoa, shares photos. Well, you know, at least they seem to have fun with each other. Oh, look. You know, to improve this scene in this movie, which I don't think I ever sat down and watched Aquaman, mostly because I didn't particularly care, but now more so than ever, if you want to improve the original Aquaman, remove this section of the scene and you'll be fine. Let's see. Momoa's confirmation of Affleck's role confirms a scoop from YouTuber Sly Abdul, where he noted earlier this month they are expecting Ben Affleck on set for additional photography on Aquaman 2. Michael Keaton is still expected to wear the cape again in Batgirl when the film premieres later in 2023 after Aquaman 2. And The Flash will be waiting to see if plans change any further. I'd say thanks to Ezra Miller's actions, Flash is dead. Flash is gone. I know you have these people that, Lord knows why, they want Elliot Page to play Flash. I mean, am I saying that Elliot Page could not do the job? No. Elliot Page has to run better than Ezra Miller. Ezra Miller runs like a synchronized swimming ostrich. It's terrible. But and I don't see how I could honestly get any more of a dumpster fire than it has been because of Ezra Miller. She's still missing, by the way. You know, I don't even care to look them up right now. I'm serious. He's out there. Dude needs a lot of help. There's no way around it. The guy is nuts. Dangerous nuts, even. Not even that good of actor. Like I said, he runs like a synchronized swimming ostrich. He can't really act. I mean, as long as he kept his mouth shut, I guess he looked okay for Barry Allen, I guess, for what they were going for, but yeah. Let's see. Any other news on this? Oh, well, I guess we can go over something I didn't get to go over before. This is kind of sad, but not really unexpected. All right. Well, it's better than going to Kotaku again, because screw Kotaku. Sorry, I don't want people that attack fans of anything just because they feel superior to the fans. Because they get paid to do their job, which is shill. And when they get called out on it, they whine even harder and attack even harder. But you have Star Wars. This is on Destructoid. Eric Van Allen wrote this one 3 days ago. Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic remake has really been put on hold. Yeah, it was killed. It has been destroyed. New report indicates Asper has hit some rough waters. The Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic could be on an indefinite delay, according to a new investigation. Bloomberg reports that Asper Media's KOTOR remake was on hold after hitting some development troubles. The remake was announced last year during the PlayStation Showcase 2021. It's in development at Asper Media, an Austin-based studio that has built up a portfolio of ports, especially in the Star Wars franchise. Bloomberg reports that Asper has fired the KOTOR remake's art director and design director this month following a series of meetings. Sources tell Bloomberg that the project is on pause. Asper is reportedly looking for new contracts and development opportunities. This comes after a demo was reportedly finalized at the end of June, showing off a slice of Knights of the Old Republic remake. Studio has told staff the slice wasn't where they wanted it to be. Well, I mean, I'd like to have seen the remake because I love Knights of the Old Republic. I still play Knights of the Old Republic on my Xbox. So disc and everything. I probably should stream it, but not many people are diehard like me and stay with it because I just enjoy. I mean, I'm not playing all the time, but I'll go back there every few months. I'll play a little bit, whenever the mood strikes me. But not really surprised though that it has bought the farm. To be honest, considering where it was headed. We'll put it that way. They were making some choices that probably was not the best. Alright, it's definitely not the best. Uh, let's see. Let's pull up one of the things. Now, this was quite some time ago, but it was kind of a red flag whenever it came out. This was back September 2021 that this article came out. And it kind of gives a red flag as to what was kind of going on behind the scenes. John F. Trent wrote this back September 10th, 2021. Former Mary Sue writer and social justice activist Sam Maggs working on Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic remake. Yeah. We're in the original Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic is a true classic. Yeah. Get past a little bit. See if I can get down to the section involving Kellogg went on to hint that they will be changing character designs, dialogue, and more. We want this game to be just as beloved as it was before. Some of my favorite meetings to have this week, having my week right now, are to get into the nitty gritty with Asper and talk about why did we make that choice in the original game and how does that play today. Well, if he left it alone and just did instead of a remake and just do a remaster, just up the graphics and left everything else alone, and the audio, because the people are still alive to read the dialogue, then he'd be doing great. But, how do we expand that choice and make it even more meaningful and impactful? We think about literally every word of dialogue and other choices, down to the clothes that the characters are wearing. Alright, I'm going to put this out there. This was a red flag for me back then because they're talking about, well, we can write it better than the people that did it originally. Even though some of them worked originally on it. No, the story basically was handed to them by Drew Carpashaw. Now, I don't know if anybody else knows who that is. Let's see in the chat. If there's anybody else in chat, because I think Lou left me. But Drew Carpashaw is excellent Star Wars author. Thankfully, Disney decannoned all his work, so I can still enjoy that stuff because, considering what I showed earlier that they're doing with Obi-Wan, I don't want anything to do with what Disney considers canon right now. This wonderful person here. They're celebrating where they get on there, but we got Drew Carpashaw did Knights of the Old Republic. I think he helped on Knights of the Old Republic 2, just a little bit. He wrote the Darth Bane series, which was 3 books, and they're awesomely written. If we get a chance to read them, or I think you can get them on Audible even right now. And good Lord, I used the hell out of Audible. It's worth every penny. But this wonderful person here that kind of tells you what you are, what they were bringing into the fold of their, I guess, as a writer with them, into Knights of the Old Republic, whenever, just before it died. Well, not just before it died, but months ago. The canary in the coal mine. You're supposed to be writing a game for everyone, and first thing you do, fighting the patriarchy this was back March 2014, makes me hungry. So I'm going to sit in the kitchen while my male partner cooks dinner. Male partner? Okay. Are you co-workers here? As long as you do the dishes afterwards. If you're saying you're a partner. And besides, I prefer to do the cooking in my house. That's just me. So, a hammer for smashing patriarchy. It would have bows. This is a person asking if you were an action figure, what would your awesome accessory be? Your awesome accessory? Love your book. Really? Wow. Apparently, that's the most imaginative thing you can do is come up with a hammer and bows. Really? Freezing, but hating the patriarchy keeps me warm. Really? 2017? Well, I guess in January, I guess you kind of did get that, but please don't tell me you were one of those that decided to protest topless in winter. I mean, I'm sure it was entertaining for some people there, but I don't find that would be a good idea. But then again, 2016 had a lot of people that were protesting topless, if I remember correctly, and I don't know why. It kind of creeps me out. But your whole shtick the whole time is she works for the Mary Sue, and it's a nonstop go after. Rose really mad that Ray is a Mary Sue. Well, if you're going to go off of Ray from why people don't like Ray and Disney defecated corpse called Star Wars because it's not any good anymore. And don't get me started. I enjoyed The Mandalorian, but at the same time, it all leads to Disney crap movies, so it's not even worth watching anymore, especially after what they did to Gina Carano. But if you want to go on why Rey isn't particularly liked, there's no character development. She's plain. She's flat. I mean, the Doom guy has more character development in the original Doom game. Okay? The guy had no dialogue. Just go through a door, shoot demons, go through the next door, shoot more demons, rinse, repeat. And still was somehow more fascinating than Rey, who, poor Daisy Ridley, did the best she could with what she had. The movies had no direction after the first one was completely crapped on by the second one. You could see what was being set up by J.J. Abrams. You could see he had some sort of outline and plan, and then bam, here comes Rian Johnson to completely destroy anything that was set up before it for reasons, because it never really clarified. You made Finn the most interesting character, the character with the most interest and potential out of the entire Disney Star Wars. You shelved him. What's the first thing you did? Oh yeah, he's a janitor. That's how you introduce him. Okay, well, still he was interesting and useful for that because he knew certain layouts. But after that, he became the butt of a joke. I mean, the first time you see him in The Last Jedi, he runs out for God knows what reason in this suit with hoses draining fluid everywhere. Oh boy, isn't this funny? Not really. It's boring and crappy. If you want to hate Rey, at least be honest about it. You hate that she's a Mary Sue because she's a woman. It's cool. No. I don't hate Rey because Rey is a woman. I hate Rey because Rey's writing is terrible. The only character to have worse writing is one that definitely didn't deserve any crap at all, and she should have been left alone. was Kelly Marie Tran. Whenever she played Rose Tico. The character really had no purpose. Probably could have had a purpose. Could have even had a decent story, but no. How did the guy that wrote Looper, that made Looper, how did he make such a crap movie? And just crap all over the characters in it. I don't care about hardly needing any training or anything. Doesn't matter to me. That's not my point. Your point is the writing is bad. No struggles, no trials, no nothing. Oh boy. Let's see. What do we get for that? Boring Star Wars, bad Star Wars, and the one chance we could have had to see Mark Hamill, Harrison Ford, and Carrie Fisher all together at one time was blown by J.J. Abrams. He crapped all over that, and by the time Last Jedi came out, you had Harrison Ford was his character, you had Han Solo's dad, and you got stuck with a CG Carrie Fisher at the end. Because unfortunately, Carrie Fisher died. And then you had the most terrifying CG I've ever seen in my life in the only thing Disney, out of the Star Wars movies that they've come up with, that I find to be rather enjoyable, and that was out of their movies, and that was Rogue One. And that has the scariest bloody... I still can't get the image of the dead eyes on Leia, the CG Leia. That is just the most terrifying thing in the world. It's like waking up in a room full of sentient Cabbage Patch Kids. It's the stuff of nightmares. But I'm probably complaining too much about that. Let's get away from that. I could go on for hours about how you create a character, like you create these characters, and you take the original ones and you crap on them. Look what they did to the actor that played Admiral Akbar. I mean, the poor guy entered himself back into rehab because he fell off the wagon in depression. If I remember, he is the same one, because the way he was treated by these people. No shame at all. But you know what? Either way, the point is, with where I got started with that Knights of the Old Republic, I wanted to see the remake. I was kind of curious how it'd turn out. I understand that they were changing some things. Fine. It could have still been entertaining if they kept the core story. Not too happy I wasn't too happy whenever they announced the change in control and how you play it, because I like the original game mechanics in Knights of the Old Republic. I mean, they're really good, but for some reason they decided we got to change this. Well, at least if it's dead and gone, they can't ruin it. So, things could always be worse. You see, Blue missed out on Jason Momoa, which is fine. I would. What is Blue? I mean, he's still around, Blue, I hope. Any suggestions, anything you want to look up? Or, huh. Well, we could go into. Well, we're not going to do that. No, we might as well. All right. We're not really going to go through the article so much as I just want. If you're out there, I want to get your opinion on this. On this article that they have, Square Enix heavily censors sexualized artwork from various series for English release of manga up at whatever that is. Okay. Is it just me, or does the where they decide to censor it look a lot dirtier, or am I wrong? Okay, they put the little censor bar on. It's sort of like whenever I'll see if I can pull up where they had to censor blood for China. Oh Lord, that got messed up bad. Whew. Let's see, censor there because reasons. Okay, I could. Didn't they have soap over it? But whatever, fine. Oh, come on, she's clothed. Get her a bloody nipple. Good Lord. Oh no, might offend somebody. Okay, I can see where there could be issues, but if there isn't anything going on, that could just make it worse. It could make it a lot worse. Like there, I guarantee you that look, this one, she should rest her hand. This one looks like she is popping the top of her shirt. Okay. She's wearing jeans. You're censoring a zipper? Good Lord. Welcome to hell, everybody. Everyone's offended. Yay. No, that wasn't the article. Ah. See if I can find it. No. Really, they don't want blood in there. Look, I have to ask the question: why do Japan and other places don't even like China? Why the hell would they censor stuff for China? So, like us, why do we censor our movies, change things in our movies for China and the Middle East and other places in countries in the Middle East that don't like us? Honestly, why would we work with Saudi Arabia? You know, the place where the particular terrible people came from. The particular hijackers came from there. Anyway, don't ask that question. Just, stop pandering to them. Oh, that ain't right. I can't show that image. Woo. Never mind. We're gonna, you know what? We're gonna get off this topic. Oh God. Nope. 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 I cannot do that one. Let's just say article. No. Bad. I'm glad you're still here, Blue. That was, and just to remind you, Claire, that yeah, you may not want to look up China censoring blood. Okay, just don't do it. Somebody thought that would be a good idea to. Somebody there thought it would be a good idea to turn blood white, and people have been memeing the hell out of it since. Oh, there was an interesting thing I wanted to pull up. It's something that really doesn't fall into entertainment. It really doesn't fall into anything except for a topic of interest. I mean, it interests me even if. Now, I'm not going to go into the articles of the consequences of these people's actions, and the fact that people in Britain are not the smartest whenever it comes to large mammals. Yeesh. Should I only use this site? Yeah, it's almost worse, but see if it looks okay. Pause that. Okay. We're just going to go to their main website because screw this. I don't like either of these websites that are showing on it. Okay. And you may find it fascinating. I hope you do, because I do. But here we go. They're talking about European bison on here. This is Rewilding Britain. They have decided to reintroduce the European bison to the UK, which is neat. I mean, it'll be the first time they've been there in 6,000 years. But okay. They're a bit chunky. They were reintroduced in England in 2022. They can run at 54 kilometers per hour. It's been 6,000 years since they've been there. And some of the problem that they've encountered, because they've reintroduced them there, is that much like tourists that go to Yellowstone that don't think about their actions around a mighty buffalo, a mighty bison over in over near Yellowstone. The people in Britain are fascinated by the gigantic creature and decide, I want to. Do you only get so long to record? Well, no. The entire stream, as long as I don't get struck by something, will still be up. And this is probably the last article I'm doing tonight. But I just wanted to go over this one because it's kind of neat, though. They're one of only two surviving bison species. There's the American bison, heaviest living wild animal in Europe, is this. And I know they're reintroducing it. I have to wonder how it tastes, because our bison tastes awesome. If you ever get a bison burger, get a chance. It's the best burger you'll ever have, at least from my perspective. Yeah, the whole stream, I don't delete it unless it gets struck or something. I have to. I leave it going. Not that anybody watches them. Although some of my other previous streams were a bit amusing, and some other videos were terrible because I don't know how to edit. I am crap. I mean, you see me stream on Twitch, so you know I'm crap. Yeah. That was a pretty interesting thing that they decided to reintroduce them. But this rather large animal seems to have found its way to people, and the people try to pet it. Even though the people in Europe, where the animal normally is, know better, the British are dumb at times. Sorry, Britain. Oh, there is one more thing, Blue, if you're still watching by chance. The other videos and stuff, if you have any suggestions on the video or something, if you have suggestions on something for me, do a video on, that'd be nice. I definitely appreciate it. That goes for anybody else. Have an article you want to see, I'll do it. If possible. Yeah, if you don't see my recordings up, just if you don't see where it may take a little time because it automatically posts, but sometimes it takes a little time before it actually pops up there. Apologies for my crappy editing skills. I'm having to teach myself. Well, anyways, I think this is where I have to end it. I really am burnt. So I do thank you for coming by, Blue. I really do appreciate it. And don't worry, I'm going to remember Claire Wolf, because I'm going to drill that into my head. But alrighty, I will thank you anybody who watched. Do what? Why do I need a shirt? I don't have a shirt. I mean, I'm wearing a shirt, but I don't have merchandise. Not like that. Huh. I got, last I checked, 8 subs. But I do appreciate you being here, Blue. But anyways, I think I'm going to call it. I really do appreciate you coming to watch Blue and keeping me company. Otherwise, I'd be randomly flailing solo. And well, at the beginning of the stream, you'll see exactly how bad of an idea that is for me to go randomly flailing. I'm just not quite. I'm not quite as relaxed as I am doing a Twitch stream because I'm having to talk about different things. Unlike in the Twitch stream where I'm focused on the game, I can talk about the game I'm playing. This, I have to look up things beforehand, randomly hope that I can at least get my stream to work on here, stuff like that. But thank you to everybody who watched. Please consider leaving a like. I think I earned it, which I probably didn't, but I hope I did. And if you really think I earned it, please subscribe. I desperately use it at this point. And I will talk to everybody later. Have a good one.